I am back with a refreshed drive to continue our case in Disco Elysium, at least for a little bit today, because we had picked up a lot of leads last time. Um, we had gotten a lot of. We found out a lot of things that seemed very important, including the supposed identity of the man who was killed. Um, just bear with me here while the game dies in the background for a minute. But yeah, so we now know that the name of the man who was killed is Lely, and he was a mercenary, part of a group of 3, sent to basically navigate the strike situation in Revachol. Um, However, the problem quickly became that the only people who really seem to have actual power in Revachol are the Union, the Dock Workers Union, which, as has been explained to us, is essentially a de facto police force of its own in the way that they are like judge, jury, and executioner, um, which isn't really good for anyone, but particularly not very good for us, considering that we are the police and we need to basically solve this murder, um, and that is clearly going to be made a lot harder by other people who think that they have the right to authority. And judging from the history of this world, the police really aren't liked, especially not here. So we're outnumbered. We're in a place that at least our character is basically just learning about, for better or worse. We're at a massive disadvantage. However, we do have a lot of information starting to pile up. So that's good. Now, if the game would load, I mean, as much as I love giving these, like, summaries, I would like it if also I could play for you guys. This game has been acting very strangely with me on this computer lately. Like, this is actually the longest freeze yet. This is kind of concerning. Oh, wait. Okay, I think we're almost there. I don't know why I always make you guys sit through this. I guess I thought that it would be shorter. Any day now, this is going to load, and we're going to resume our investigation, which I think we ended pretty much at the end of the first day. At least I think it was getting pretty close to, like, sleep time. Man, is this really going to freeze again? Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Yes, play nice. Okay, well, that wasn't very cool, but alright. Finally. Let's see if it will load our game. God damn. Alright, there we go. That was quite a journey. I may need to perform a independent investigation into this issue on my off time. And what else? Well, we needed about $100 or real, I think, is their currency here. Yeah. To pay the damages and have a place to sleep at the end of the day, which we already have accrued that money. So that's taken care of. So the only lead that we have so far been unable to follow up on is the smoker on the balcony. Well, there's a couple, but the big one that's stuck in my head is the smoker on the balcony. Now, it seems that Lieutenant Kim wants us to come back tomorrow night to investigate that after 9 o'clock. But I'm wondering if we can't just do it tonight at 9. Also, this actually appears to have frozen again, so I hope that my majestic storytelling is carrying you through this. Okay, any day now. I really don't know why it's this bad. I mean, I haven't launched it in a few days, but come on. It's gonna be one of these days, isn't it? Oh, have we done it? Oh boy, that's loud. Okay, here's we've done it. It's a little choppy. Well, let's just pop open our tasks. So smoker on the balcony sometime after 2100. So it doesn't say it has to be tomorrow. So maybe we'll try that. What time is it right now? It's only 1937. So can't get the body down yet. Who else would know about this? Ask another. Well, I don't know. I don't know how important that is right now. Well, I guess we could have Kim brief us. We actually didn't do that yet, although it seems kind of pointless right now.
Yes?
I mean, I do want to talk about him. I guess we should do this just to clear the task. Tell me about the case. Where did your preliminary information say about it? Yeah, just go ahead. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. And yeah, this is actually a good question. Why don't we know anything about the person who reported this? They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could not identify neither the caller's age nor sex. Okay, well, why hide themselves would be the most logical question. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. Well, that is true. The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police of Martinez now. It appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. Yes, okay. I got it. Cool. Worth it for 10 experience. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. Yeah, no, I got it. I have all I need for now. Let's talk about you. Me? Yes, you. I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. Well, wow, damn. I mean, we will work better together if we have more rapport. That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? Okay, well, he is wearing glasses. I mean, we kind of know why this is, but that's correct. That makes him a binoclard, completely uncop material, if they say so yourself. Okay, but we're not going to do that. Glasses are cool. I got glasses. Are they? They're mostly just cumbersome. That is also true. You could use a good, normal pair yourself. Okay. Tell me a secret about yourself. He's not going to go for this. Yeah, I didn't think so. No. Okay. Do you ever talk with yourself? What do you mean? You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, your brain? I have no idea what you're talking about. So, your brain never just chimes in with, like, advice or warnings or, like, dice rolls and stat checks? I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook. My handy-dandy notebook. The lieutenant produces a small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversation with himself take place. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're Special. Yeah, we're special, alright. I'm not gonna say this one because it just seems useless. I mean, we know that he's like a foreigner of sorts, although not really, because as he said, he has lived here his whole life in this area, so it's just some racist bullshit, essentially. Anyway, that's all for now. Nothing. Oh, I meant to check, did I ever put shoes on my dude? Like, I know I gave him all sorts of clothes, but I don't think I've been wearing shoes. Yeah, no, I haven't had shoes on all day. I've just been walking around in my socks. That's kind of funny. Alright, well, let's see. Where to go from here? Well, we gotta kill time until the smoke on the balcony comes out. There is, like, maybe one thing that I remember. So, in the Whirling and Rag, in the cafeteria area, wow, that loaded really slow. There was a section that was, like, locked, and it said it would open at 11. I wonder if we can check that out now. I don't know why this is running so poorly. Like, I mean, like, poorly even relative to a few days ago? I don't really know why that would be. All I've used this for in the meantime is playing Loop Hero and Cyrilum Ultimate, which, like, pretty much could run on toasters, so I don't really see that being a problem. These loading screens are brutal, too, today. Maybe it's just because I'm not, like, in the flow of the game again yet. It has been a few days. Ugh. God, that's some hideous looking. Alright, we're good. Was this guy? We can't talk to him. We can talk to these people. We never talked to these guys before. Did we? We did, right? A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree. He might have information. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. Well, I mean, we're not going to steal his medicine. We could wake him up, but, like, I don't know. I feel like he's not really going to want to help us right now. Maybe we'll just leave him be. What about this guy? He's awake. It's all about money, you know. Okay, well, that's like the deepest shit I've ever heard. Oh yeah, look, it is open. So now we can go back there. So I guess we'll check that out. Oh, it's just the kitchen. Okay. The dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. Let's talk to this guy. He looks sus. Goddessy Kubik. Is that his name? I'm really bad at these kind of names, I'm sorry. A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. Very sanitary, too. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make up are Goddessy and Kubik. It must be his name. Goddessy Kubik. Sounds representative. Yeah, you got time for a few questions? The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. You've got some impressive pots there. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots. Alright, I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. Yeah, what's this thought? An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. That actually sounds like a very comforting scent. What is this? You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll just touch it. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel is door flush. Wait. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Okay. Try to push on it. The door does not budge. I wonder where this door leads. You do? The lieutenant regards you with patient skepticism. It's a door in the back of a kitchen. Where do you think it leads? I mean, we could find something pertinent. That is actually a decent point since the crime happened so close by. Yes, I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in, just to be thorough, as a side investigation. The door in the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation. If you say so. Gott is the person to ask about this. Yeah, I need to talk to my buddy Guard anyway to pay him back. I actually do feel kind of bad. I mean, this dude, I've been this guy, basically. Just like helping
Can I
out.
help you?
Yeah, hey, I'm just gonna shine my fucking flashlight in your eyes. So about that money, well, first, here's your trash container key. I found the victim's well, I mean, how much should we need to tell him? I guess we'll tell him. Yeah, of course you didn't. Could someone on your staff have put them there? Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with a crime scene. Who else has the keys to the trash container? It's just him, right? Trash collection service, CS Municipal. Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. Yeah, I understand. On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs. Thank you anyway. Alright, about the money I owe. I have your money. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble. Ah, I leveled up. Wow, I wish that happened in real life. Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him. Well, that's kind of a cynical way of looking at it. It's good you pay before 2100 or your door would have been locked electronically. He taps his foot against a metal box, installed in the back of the bar counter. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night. That isn't that bad. I'll take a room here too. Of course. He takes the money and hands him a key ring. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you? By the way, I'm gonna sing karaoke here. Absolutely out of the question. You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Yeah. Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger, then we sing this place to shit. Anyway, well actually, let's level up first. Let's see, what's hurting? What of our skills have been hurting lately? I feel like we do need higher perception. Yeah, I mean, that is a useful and important skill. I feel like we should up it, but also, drama could be good because it says we can detect lies. Encyclopedia is, I'm not too worried about that. I guess composure could be a good one. But, you know what, I'm gonna do drama for now, because I'm just a dramatic kind of guy. Alright. I've seen something here at the Whirling Gart. A thing I need to talk about. He rolls his eyes. What thing? I just want to check something. Seems like my audio is acting up on one side. Not my mic audio, I mean the game's audio. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter all that much. It is kind of odd. Well, anyway. I saw a sign that said the mess hall. No, that's not mysterious. There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen. Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. Do you know what's behind it? Do you have... No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. Just the Frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust. He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt. He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing. I think you'd like to know what's back there. Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wandering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key. So good luck with that. Alright. Saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union. Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. Really? They come here in the evenings, dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit, but they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time. He hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him, so he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate. No. Yeah, we are above gratuitous baiting. The lieutenant gives you a meaningful nod. We should find out who this loud faction is occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative. We need info. Alright, how do we find them? We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men are hungry. And men on strike. Glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Ha! It's after 1600. The sign said reserve starting 1600. Why isn't anyone in the mess hall? Good question. They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere or laying low after the, lynching. Whatever he may feel about you, he can't miss the opportunity to throw you a look of what he assumes is shared understanding. Go with it. Yes, I think I see. The Union guys think they're untouchable. They probably fucking killed that guy or something. Now they think they can hide out till it all blows over and it's fair weather again in modern age. I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later. Yeah, this Gart guy isn't too bad. He was just angry with us because, we're an idiot. Yeah, great. I think we're good with Gart for now. We've still got some time before we can speak to Mr. Smoker, man. Man, my frame rate is chugging. Hold on. Don't forget to click the orbs around your head. They have surprises. Yeah, they do indeed. They are very surprising. Yeah, this game is running like trash today. I think I've said that far too many times. Part of me actually wants to switch to playing something more low spec for a little bit. And, I don't know. Well, we're gonna push through this. We gotta solve our mystery. We also have to kill some time. Oh, whoa. Got a minute.
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry.
Oh, you saw
She in
that,
trouble?
Huh? I mean, I really can't disclose stuff to him, but I feel like we're not going to do that. I mean, the most honest thing is there's going to be an investigation. Is that bad? Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her? The last thing we need is more civilians involved. Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down, work on my rhymes while I can. What's the plan with those rhymes anyway? Oh, Tommy Lahami's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got lots of free time on the road to hone my craft. Alright, I feel it. Why Tommy Lahami? Is that how that's pronounced? Tommy Lahami was taken. Oh, my real name is Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better. I don't know. It's more him. Alright. I had another question. I should have raised my conceptualization. I'm not going to try to get money out of him. Let's talk to this lady again, I guess.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
She doesn't have anything new to talk about. I guess we could go mess with Measurehead again. Wow, these dudes don't even need to sleep. Yeah, let's just go up here and see if Austin is still afoot. I mean, you can't just stand here forever. He has to go somewhere. No, I guess not. Let's just try it. Let's try it.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
I mean, that is not an option. We could try this, but I feel like Kim would be really angry. But we have kind of a chance. Let's try it. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else I expected to happen with that. Alright, well that was fun and all. I'm sure glad that I got my stats lower. That was definitely worth it. Now what about actually, I didn't really talk to this guy.
Nice aggression with the native. Don't let the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be up in his face. Leave yourself space to move.
Why are you giving me fight tactic advice? Yeah, I guess it might do the trick, but like...
Let's talk about our right to work.
I need you to be my champion against Sean up there. Okay, alright. I want to get in more. Of course he knows nothing about it. Mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting. Why so tense? What are you talking about? Not tense. Yes, he's tense. Right to work. Shame pops to me nothing. Should bring back. Yeah, well, this isn't really my area of expertise. Yeah, this guy is kind of weird. Where exactly are you from? Listen to you. Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Routine, part of the investigation. My suspect, done no crimes, I'm fighting for the rights of people. Already got that. Interested in your background. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. The eminent domain of Jamrock, backgrounds and odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the trick. I don't really drink, but work has taken me some. Which one was it? Worked it. Territorial. Ring a bell? Yeah, I think I've been there actually. It's a long time ago. Yeah, of course he's losing interest. Alright, hold on. Thought you looked real familiar for a second. Nah, don't think we met before. I came to help out. Yeah. Let's try this approach. I frequent a lot of bars. Well, yeah. Never heard of it. Are you lying? We're done here. I have a strike to break. Wow, yeah, not suspicious at all. Are we done here? I feel like...
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
I wasn't done asking questions. Things are busy enough. I'll waste less of my time. We'll see. Vice President people. Territorial. Maybe not. Let's just ask about the strike. When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to plot honest work for other people. strikers want. It's me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights. Well, we have the right to yell. When the man moves around and perceives some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt, this man is in shape. Yeah, I mean, there is something kind of odd here. This guy is kind of out of place. How come you're built like a brick shithouse, but all the other scabs are so strong? I work hard. Okay, yeah. Is there anything left to say? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure about it. Alright, I mean, we could probably try to fight Measurehead again, but I feel like that's not worth wasting our time on right now. I could try talking to this crazy lady again.
Lawman, you caught me at an opportune moment.
Oh,
This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
alright. What are you hauling? Yeah, we've already heard all this. Alright, what's this? Is this the thought? It is rigorous self-critique complete. Okay. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will. That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning until you die or overcome it. Alright. So a couple of interesting things here. Is our name actually Harry? I mean, I guess it must be. I'm gonna assume it is from here. Also, really seems like we were kind of a scumbag. Let's see, now we can heal from red check failures. That's kind of interesting. Learning cat for pain threshold is raised. That's cool. Alright. Well, all that's interesting. So, I wonder, where's that screen? Is it this? It still says name unknown, so I don't know. It is almost 2100, but with the way time works in this game, I mean, I guess we could. Wasn't there like a bench over here somewhere? Is it this one? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I can use that to kill time, but only when he's not around to spoil my fun, I guess. Wait, that's the wrong thing. Well, I guess we'll just, like, dick around in the apartment, and then by the time we're done doing that, oh, that was bad. Oh my god, these loading times. Oh, can we do anything with this wall? Oh, we do get another chance at the conceptualization check. Screw it. Yeah, I didn't think so. Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to. Well, this could be related to the investigation. What's this? Chairs and tables. Okay, let's go in here, I guess. Man, I did miss streaming for you guys, I gotta say. I wish that this was performing a little better. That's definitely an issue. But, yeah, I mean, it's felt kind of weird not going on stream at least once a day. It kind of became my routine there. Hopefully I can make it my routine again. Alright, anyway, let's just kill some time talking to people who have little to no information to share with us. Well, we could go hang out in this guy's room again. I mean, we already broke into it, so. Yeah, nothing's changed, though. Is this the person who didn't want to talk to us? Whoa, what the hell is this line? Is that, like, sun coming through the door? This is the police. Ugh. Yeah, I know. We don't have. I know. There's no reason for us to do any of this. Is that a firing squad for the rich? Wow. Okay.
Give me a moment.
Okay. She doesn't have anything new to say. Can we just like? Why did we just autosave? Oh boy.
Yes?
You should know that I can't remember anything. I really don't remember anything. There was drinking involved. Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs? There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs. Yeah, we'll just let it be. Okay, forget it. Alright, well, he doesn't seem to be in much of a mood for speaking. You can sleep after 2100. Well, who does that? I mean, actually, I kind of go to bed around that time. I can't even lie. I should have made 2 cups of coffee. I'm watching a pine bug climb down my window. I don't know if y'all have those where you are, but you squish them and they basically smell like old fry oil. They're pretty gross. I don't know how they keep getting in here, but they're like one of my least favorite existences, I'd say. Right next to like good old Adolf. And then you got pine bugs. Alright, anyway, now that this is done loading and I can stop making an ass of myself. Let's see, we did already talk to Cindy here. Does she have anything new to say?
Hello again, officers.
Oh yeah.
Have you come to admire my mural?
Is that bed in the coal room yours? Ooh, not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner. It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do. It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me, right now, I'm doing nothing at all. So you're really a miner? Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens. This is poorly worded. Don't you have a real home? Does anyone in a city like this? It's true. If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it. Cool, I have other questions. No, I don't. What's this door? I really don't like killing bugs. I just wish they would stay outside. Sorry, that's a tangent. This bug is trying to figure out how to get out, I think. Any minute now he's gonna fly across the room and scare the shit out of me. Alright, anyway. Yeah, this is the coal room, and for some reason this thing's lit up over here still. Oh, wow, there is money in it. That's weird. That definitely was not there before. Alright, cool. Guess it's good we revisited that. Okay. And then there wasn't anything we could do up there. We still have to kill a half an hour, though. Let's see. Equip a flashlight when there's not much light. Whoever would have thought? I mean, I don't have the flashlight equipped, but I don't think it's going to help me right this second anyway. We already kind of saw everything there was to see in here, right? Yeah, waves crashing, we saw this. I got like a really long shivers tangent that happened. And then there's that door, which we can't do anything with. I guess we could go talk to that Joyce lady for a while, if she's still there. Alright, let's see. Why does it look light around? It's supposedly like 8:30 at night. Oh, the lights on the boat.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
You're on a boat, motherfucker. Take a look at me. Why, yes, I am. Does she have a name? The boat? No, it is called Cordelay 19, because that's the type of sloop it is. The word it feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a proper name. A breeze ripples through the sails and tugs at your hair below. The sleek, fish-like shape of the hull parts the water. Beneath that, a resounding darkness. You're reminded of something. Or someone. How do you like it? My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby. I'm not hip enough to understand your lingo. I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating. Damn, he's got some sass. I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her. I think I have a handle on the boat thing. What can you tell me? Tell me about Wild Pines. What we do, I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking. So what do they do? The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. Then to the east, toward the and that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms. She enjoys talking about the company. It would not hurt to inquire more. Okay, why? How much money does it have? Why? I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue. It's a lot of money. Don't know what the exchange rate is. Billion? Wow. 20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, which interest payments, etc. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It's a tremendous responsibility. Alright, where does Wild Pines get all these billions? They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindan Islands, Isolas. 250 years ago, when Pine ships explored the South Seamanese and charted Low Montagne on the behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the Great Unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it. What does such a huge system want with a place like this? You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners? Who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo? 8% of all cargo in the world? That's quite the endeavor indeed. There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen. With your help, hopefully, says the warm tone. Alright, what can you tell me about this strike? Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. Alright, what is your role in this precisely? I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines, and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer. And how are the talks going? They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2.2-meter racist behemoth blocking the gates. Oh, you mean Measurehead? Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead. Okay, how are the talks going before the lynching? Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived. And when did you first arrive? I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do things on site, like the NCM. But the strike began in December. I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gamon hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gamon, despite concessions he granted the union in prior negotiations. This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike? Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive. Alright, what happened to this Gaumont? Mr. Clare told him to, how did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Wow, not cool. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who is more than fair with him in the union. Sounds like usual aggressive posturing. Yeah, kinda. Alright, what are the demands of these people? There are leaflets everywhere and banners. What do they say again? Oh yes, every worker a member of the board. I want to ask something else. Did you put the scabs at the gate? The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock come to plead for work where the union refuses to? Yes, they were organized by Wild Pines. The contractors picked them up from Jamrock and drove them over. This is standard practice. The company reserves a right to man its stations. Alright, tell me more about Mr. Clare. Everett Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. You can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of his workers first. Really? Of course not. Everett is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous glue where you and I have blood. Wow. Is he that bad? He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic than it's his twin brother, Edgar. Wait, there are 2 of them? Yes. Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everett does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. What about the union itself outside the brothers, Claire? The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution, 20 years ago anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a, how do you say, a mob? The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect you'll be forced to cooperate with them. Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everett and his brother. In your opinion, detective, if I may ask, I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. What would you say the Debaucheurs Union is? I mean, they do kind of just sound like a mob. They kind of sound like they're taking advantage of the system to basically not. They're literally just a bunch of hypocrites at this point. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers. You said something happened in the elections? I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared. Disappeared? Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story. Eerie. Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him. Thank you for your concern, ma'am. You'll be just fine. Change the topic. I don't think we're gonna, well, we do have a little more time to waste. You seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in. This reality? It's related to that medical episode. I have trouble remembering even the most basic terms of reality. Ah, yes, the episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy. Encephalopathy? Now that I think of it, she puts down her thermal cup and looks at you. It is a thermal cup. Don't be fazed, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality. We may be here a while, then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can. Alright, you're in. Begin with the first one. You'll appear worldly. Really? Well, we know a lot of this by now. What is... Remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality. Alright, let's try this one. Damn. A strange coldness comes over you as you look at the world. The waves sway the sloop. Slowly. What is this? A bird? Sphenicid. A flightless bird of the polar regions. Am I really that awkward? Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games. I meant, what is this place here? Ah, this is the pier of Rue de Saint-José in 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two. Alright, what is that? Pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see, and new buildings bâtiments, after les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall, a real high-rise by the standards of the last century, built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay and the delta. That was before the war, of course. Who lived in them? Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons locked over 4 or 5 stories off. Splat, splat! From a dilapidated balcony, Cindy the Skull gives Joyce the evil eye, her red paintbrush held to her throat. Wonderful. Ah, these two know each other. What is that? The girl in the old lady rags? Yes. Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture. Infraculture. Yes, you and I belong to the superculture, where common, the herd, music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the superculture. I understand everything. Make it more complicated. I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead. Alright, what next? You know what? I think we're good for now. Good talk. Before we head off to speak to the smoker, do we have room for... What is this? This doesn't seem that relevant. Alright, let's go speak to Mr. Smoker Man. Let's cut through here, and I think that's probably where we'll end our session. That seems like a good spot, because I think we'll be going to sleep after that. Yeah, this entire investigation has only taken course over 1 day in game time. Which is actually really fun, because I think that it's been like, I don't know, 10 hours in real time. But there is much more to come. Which way is out? Oh wait, no, it's gotta be this one. I think that bug found its way out of my room, by the way, just in case anyone was, Ooh, we got 2 thoughts. What's this? Maroon glow of light pollution. Distant traffic. Excuse me. Is this dude here or what? Why? Tomorrow. Oh, it really isn't gonna let me, huh? Alright. Wow, that's a massive anticlimax. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, we did get a bunch more information out of all this running around. So, I mean, it wasn't like a loss or anything, but it is slightly annoying that it just, for some reason, won't let us do it today, despite the fact that the journal says otherwise. But that's fine, I guess. I mean, that's just the type of wacky stuff that happens in this world. You know, someone's supposed to be outside smoking, and they're not outside smoking. Whew. I know, it's a lot to take in. Alright, I guess we should just head on back to the hotel for the night. I mean, it's pretty late. Most of the stuff that we want to do is going to be today. I guess we could go back to the bookstore, but that lady is kind of crazy. I don't really want to talk to her. So, let's see. We'll go up to our room. Maybe we can, like, have, like, a film noir style, like, debrief for the day or some shit like that. I think that is exactly what's going to happen, to be honest with you. I've made it a little further than this before. I'm pretty sure that you get to have a little debrief at the end of each day. Part of me wants to wake that dude up and talk to him now, but I don't know. This place is kind of cool looking, actually. I like the lights. I totally am going to sing karaoke here. Gonna make it happen. Buy a book, huh? I didn't even think of that. Alright, so... Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Let's do it, my friend. I actually really like him. I think he's like he's a good, like, foil, I guess. Like, it's kind of like the opposite of what you'd normally have, where your character would be, like, the normal, well-balanced one, and then you'd have, like, the wacky sidekick. In this game, you, like, pretty much are the wacky sidekick. Kind of interesting. The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum, then...
Now then, We should talk about the investigation, but I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
Well, so what are our powers exactly? They are quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule. Wouldn't that be an easy power to... No. Why not more? The RCM's primary goal is to ensure safety. We're not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol. Okay, what else? We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. How can you be sure they'll show up, though? You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up. When power calls you, you come. But power itself is a fragile trick of perception. Okay, and if someone resists, as you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we're permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power. So, what happens to the people we convict? We don't convict, we arrest and send them to the coalition government courts in Coron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them. Okay, wait, so who makes all these rules? The coalition government and the moral intern, more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order, no more, no less. His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark. Or, perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It is a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Well, I mean, idealistically, you'd say it's the citizens. You know, that's kind of the idea of a citizens militia, but I feel like realistically it was a government thing. But, I mean, let's be idealistic. Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it. The moral intern, what is it? The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They run this place after the revolution failed. If I didn't know, how would you describe them? They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world. What do they believe in? What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by her innocent Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they're just technocrats. Alright, what is their symbol? Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that. Something ominous. Something even a little feminine, but in a strict manner. Well, who is Dolores Day? A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me. Hey, he knows his limits. For you, she is something painful, though it's hard to say why. Well, what do you think of them? The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change, and it doesn't look like that's about to happen. It's more than that. There's some kind of affection in him. You like the moral intern. Yes, I did when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. a blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad. But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me. I have an opinion on the moral intern. Do you? Oh boy. I mean, it is true that, like, having an authority giving us this power makes it more legitimate. But they have kind of done an awful job. I don't really think this one is so much. And I definitely am not about that. They've done an awful job here. I mean, they kind of have, but, I mean, I don't know if it's really our place to judge that. And I do think that without them giving us the right to have this power, we would definitely have an even harder time keeping any kind of peace. So I think I'll go with this. In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the Twilight of International Law. The laws we claim to enforce came from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes. Yeah, kind of like, you know, there wouldn't be any law to enforce without a bigger organization like that. Maybe we should make our own law? Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinez we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. Expect our job here to prove quite challenging. The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses, the red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over. How do you think today went? Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. Our inspection could have been more thorough, as it always can, but we have some leads we can follow up on. The body is still hanging from that tree, which is unfortunate, but we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great. Though he wishes the body were out of the tree, he doesn't want you to feel too discouraged, probably out of fear that you'll give up and keep drinking. Don't worry, Kim. I'll totally be up for getting the body out of the yard tomorrow. I look forward to that. As for the interviews, we weren't able to find the union leader of Rockclair, much less interview him, so that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We interviewed Joyce Messier, the Wild Pines rep, and learned a lot. None of it very good news for us or Martinez, but above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all their running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice? I like double-clicking stuff. I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just wait until we get up tomorrow. I don't like to waste time, you know. My mind moves fast. The rest of us try to keep up. Alright, bud, and forgive me, this is just something I have to ask. If you have shoes, then why aren't you wearing them? Oh, so we do have shoes. So, yeah, that, I'm just that rugged. Suit yourself, but you should probably consider wearing them anyway. Let's just look into the night and think about that. The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here. Finally, he pulls on the cigarette and says, "They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid Kuno, it's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH. Why are they like this? It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts. And in the Jamrock and the Griff, he looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky and says, "We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate. I hope our investigation will help the situation here. At least do some good." "Me too, but I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes." "I didn't know you smoked, Kim." "I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual." Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette. How did you get so cool, Kim?" The light of his cigarette illuminates a fleeting smile. "You mean this?" He flicks the ash. "This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will. And unhealthy. Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit. Right then, the debrief. "Thank you for this." "Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go." "New skill point. Ooh." Alright, so we'll level up. I think we should level up conceptualization, because I really would like us to be able to figure out what's up with that weird wall. But let's just go get some sleep. What's this? Something on the table, you say? Oh, hey, cool. Man, I sure am glad that my partner doesn't mind that I'm, like, just picking up pennies everywhere I go. Good night, sir. Man, I need to clean this place up. Maybe before, yeah, good night. Sorry, bud. Oh, hey, a shoe. Green shoe. Can I, like, pick these up and sell them? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I couldn't do it this morning because I didn't have the bag. Why can't I pick that one up? I want to clean this place up and maybe find my other shoe. Alright, hold on. I'm not done cleaning. I feel like I'll sleep better if I at least, like, make an attempt to clean this place up a bit. Plus, that's a bunch of money right there. Let's see, can I do anything about this expression now? Excuse me? Oh, wait. Use your chain cutters to fix the faucet. That's a good idea. Hold on. Let's try to do that. Ooh, that sound effect. It's still low, but let's try it. Eh. Well, that ain't great. This door still doesn't do anything. No. Alright, and we can't clean up any more than we have, so... crawl in. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. I only found one of my shoes, BT dubs. And then, sleep doesn't come. Why? Maybe it's the bed's fault? God, this is like literally my life the past few weeks. Roll over to the other side, works for me. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Well, it can't hurt to do a little debrief with ourselves. Who killed him? Something to do with, what was it the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again, your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves. Fall asleep. Your breathing steadies, a great silence washes over you, till your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming. Oh, are we sleepwalking? Or is this our this must be our dream? Is that a disco ball? Oh shit. If only, right?
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
Oh, we're talking to you again, huh? I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
I was left? He does seem to have some weird kind of lingering woman issue.
That's right, funky baby.
He has my
And you
face,
just
by the way.
stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back. I'm working on it.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history.
So is that just the name of our world?
You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what?
Whoa.
I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
Something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad. This dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
Oh god, this is like way too close to home. I feel this shit. God, there's another type.
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel this way too hard. Good going, buddy. I had the most beautiful dream. Uplifting, rejuvenating. Really? Because you feel even worse this morning than you did last night. Well, what the hell's going on with me? Well, we haven't drank. We're not drinking. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. Why is this happening? It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. No, I'm not going to do that. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically a week? Let's be honest. 2 weeks? Maybe 3? You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You'll be fired. That's a lie. I can do this without speed. Half the town won't be dead. Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark. I ain't scared of you. Alright, well, we are going to end things there. We are officially on day 2 of the investigation now. And the biggest thing, well, there was a lot of things, but I would really like to know where my other shoe is. Side note, my question is his name actually Harry? It still says unknown, so it's kind of making me wonder if that's like a misdirect, but anyway. But yeah, that's our investigation for the day. I might be back later tonight, I'm not sure yet. It appears that my shitty performance could have actually been due to Windows deciding to download some update in the background, so that's great. Anyway, it looks like I had some frame drops this time, so super sorry about that, but I hope you still enjoyed, and we'll be back to continue investigating in a little bit. And see you later.